Hi, welcome to episode 5 of the Visibility Sessions. I'm Dina Behrman, and today I am joined by independent publisher Jo Wildsmith. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello, Dina. Thank you for having me on.
Lovely to have you here. So, Jo is an indie publisher. She turns her clients' books into something truly exceptional, polished, professional, and ready to make an impact. Through Jo Wildsmith Publishing, she shows authors there is life beyond the Amazon bestseller rank, offering wide distribution, audiobooks, deluxe editions, launch strategies, and direct sales. So, can you tell us more about how you ended up doing what you're doing?
Well, originally, I got into doing my own books on KDP, first of all, because I was going through a very messy divorce a long time ago now. And we're almost talking multi-decades now. It was that long ago. And I needed a creative outlet. I was a sales rep and my job was quite intense and quite busy. And knowing that I was going to be a single mum, I had to put so much time and effort into that. But I needed something for my mind to work on and be doing things with in the evenings once I put the kids to bed. So I started writing and I didn't stop. And I ended up doing 38 books and
Amazing.
myself on Amazon. And it wasn't until more recent years. So I left sales. I had to leave because of illness. So I had to leave sales and unfortunately and needed something to do. So I set up my own business doing print on demand, doing things like branded clothing and mugs and things like that. And it was okay. But in the background, this thing was still happening. It was just one of those things where you find it so easy and enjoy it so much. You don't actually ring that bell to say, I should be doing this as business. Because that was the easy bit. That was too easy. So once I realized, ding dong, thanks to a good friend of mine, once I was pushed in that right general direction, then it all fell into place. And here I am doing it for the people now with all of these years of experience behind me and absolutely loving seeing their faces when they get their book.
I know there's something so special about actually having a book to hold in your hands, isn't there? Because I think like we are used to doing so much stuff online and online is amazing, but actually like having the physical book in your hands is so special.
Absolutely. And we do a coffee table version as well. So people have a big, beautiful version with a ribbon and just amazing, beautiful. So people have something truly special that they can then share with their biggest fans, their special people, do a VIP version to sell, things like that. So it gives them that extra layer of visibility because they can go luxe as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you are not just focusing on Amazon, you look beyond that. And I think that is the extra layers of visibility there because you're looking at how can we make this book work? Like what else can we do with it?
Absolutely. And there is more to life than Amazon. There is a bit of a backlash against Amazon at the moment. A lot of bookshops don't want to buy from Amazon. They'd rather buy from a different supplier if they can, a different distributor. So we want to be able to make our clients' books as accessible to as many places to sell it as possible. So yeah, if they don't want to buy from Amazon, then we can sell it to them from somebody else. So and worldwide distribution is so important. Even if you think that your book is only really relevant to people in your country, there will always be outreach. There's always the people who've emigrated, even if the people who live in that country wouldn't necessarily find it useful. So worldwide distribution is very important.
Yeah. So what do you think makes a book such a powerful visibility asset for business owners or experts?
It's amazing to have something tangible.
Yeah.
And as you just said, to actually hold your book in your hands and sniff it. Love that smell that you get with a brand new book.
Yeah.
That's what everybody does as soon as they open it, by the way.
Yeah. Sniff the book.
So, absolutely. So to be able to hold that is amazing, and to be able to take that places, and if you're at an event, to be able to either give it out or sell it or even just hold it up on the stage or just have it sitting in front of you. All of those things are really useful books. I've got a whole stack of books behind me over there. So these things, these little messages that are coming into people all the time are reinforcing that you know what you're talking about. You are an expert in your field. If it's a business book, if it's a fiction book, that you have got this thing, this wonderful world unfolding that people can then go and explore. So you are spreading the word. However, it's not just that. You can also have it electronically. So it's very easy to share electronically. It's very easy to have "and author" on the end of your email signature. It's very easy to have a picture of your book. It's very easy to have it in your Instagram profile and things like that. And it gives you that extra layer of professionalism as somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah. I think that with PR and with book publishing, they obviously work together really well. And the kind of the way that they help business owners, I think, is really similar. So I know that for a lot of my clients, when they start getting featured in the press, that changes how others perceive them. So do you see that with your clients, in terms of how their audiences sort of see them as an authority? How does that change once they have the book out?
Absolutely, it does. It gives them that extra gravitas. Suddenly they are introduced as author, best-selling author, however, whatever the situation, author of, and author of a series of 3 books, all based around. And it gives them that extra layer, that extra gravitas, and it sets them apart as well. And I find this really hard to remember, to be honest, because so many people I talk to have either done a book already and they're coming to us with their 2nd, 3rd, or 4th book, or they're already in circles with people who have written books. But that's still not really the norm. When you go out and you're in the middle of a supermarket, there's probably like 2 or 3 people who've written a book there.
Yeah, it's a really small percentage of the
Yeah,
general population.
absolutely. And it's very easy to start thinking, oh, everyone's done a book. No, they haven't. It's still a huge deal. And writing a book is a huge deal. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of love, and it takes a lot of attention and care. And it's really important that they don't just have that little quick Amazon moment in the sun and then it all just disappears. Use your book. It's there to be used to spread the word. It's a tool. It's not just a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. Why do you think a book will raise someone's profile more than other types of content?
It endures, for a start. So what you put out now, and I know this from like 17 years ago, what you put out now is still going to be there.
Yeah.
And that can scare some people. Some people come to me and say, gosh, I'm a bit nervous about this. And you can unpublish, you can withdraw from sale. But I wouldn't recommend it, because those ripples are going out all the time. And the wonderful thing with the book is we do something called reader seeding, where you give a couple of copies of a book to somebody. So you don't just give one so they can read it. They can pass another one on to somebody that they think it would be suitable for. And these ripples go out and out and out. And so often people have said, oh, I saw that in a book, or I heard about this book, this would be perfect for you. And so it just continues flowing, and it helps. You're getting what you do out there, you're getting your name out there, you're getting your words out there. If it's semi-autobiographical or completely, you're getting your story out there. You're getting things in your words as well, which, because you've looked at it, gone through it inside out, back to front, you know that it's what you want to go out there. So you are in control of that too.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been speaking to quite a few people recently about alternative ways to market your business that aren't just social media. And I think actually having something that is evergreen and long lasting is so appealing, because when you are focusing on social media, a lot of it is so quick moving and can feel pretty disposable. And so finding those other ways to market your business that are long lasting, evergreen, keep doing that work for you, I think is so valuable.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Let it be doing the work for you. Let it be there in the background doing it. And as you say, as I say, it's not just the tangible physical book. It's the ebook. It's the links that you're putting out there. It's the status. It's what you're saying about what you've done. This massive achievement that you've done.
Yeah,
Because it's not
yeah, and
like
it is.
you post. It's a
Yeah,
big
it's
deal.
a big deal. It really is a big deal. What kinds of opportunities can open up once someone has a book? Because I know, obviously, from the PR perspective, when someone has a book, it makes it a lot easier for them to be able to gain publicity, because that gives them, it's the authority part, and also it's kind of like a news hook to be able to say, I've written a book. This is something to talk about.
Absolutely. And when you first bring your book out, when you first launch, there's that whole wave of excitement there. But then it goes on, and it opens up speaker opportunities. It opens up different people, obviously, to work with, because you're on LinkedIn or wherever you are talking about having this amazing book, and then you're in the press, and then that obviously leads to other things. So it has this complete knock-on effect. But definitely one of the biggest is speaker opportunities from that book.
Yeah.
Because people are able to sort of, rather than just reading a small bio that you've sent through just so people know roughly what you do, people are able to really swat up on you because it's out there in that book.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like you were saying, you can take it along to events and networking events and things like that. And it's almost like that kind of calling card, isn't it? Where people can say,
It
well,
is.
here's my book. You can find out more about me and what I do. And
it is. And then again, it isn't, because it is so much more than that as well.
yeah.
So I would never say to somebody, just use it as an elaborate business card, because it is way more than that. It is way more than that, and it can do so much more. However, obviously, it's your book. You can use it exactly how you want to. You've earned the right to do that. And it's really important to not forget that it's a client's book, because it's very easy in our position as an indie publisher to get so excited about the books that we sort of think of them as our babies. But no, it's the book, it's the client's book, and the direction they want to take it in is what matters. That's what matters.
So what's your kind of advice when people have books out? What's the best way that they can be marketing the book and using it once it's been published and it's there?
Well, I have just started addressing this, because we were doing books for people, and they were going out on Amazon and on these various distributors and different places to sell, but they didn't have the marketing, the launch strategy in place. So what we've done now is created a 9-month launch plan where people get a weekly tick off list of things to do, because a launch should be a slow burn. There should be bits that you do bit by bit, and these incremental actions all lead to this huge crescendo. And it's not just about that one day that the book launches. I am absolutely passionate about that. It is not just the one day the book launches and then disappears. It builds and builds and builds, and the real work is in that whole 9 months. So 3 months before and 9 months afterwards. So yes, we have chapter 9, which is a 9-month launch plan. And the people, we're only a few weeks in, because it's only just started as we're recording this now, but the feedback has been excellent, and it's been really good. And one of the things that I'm doing is having expert speakers come along and talk about particular things, including yourself.
Yes, I'm very excited to be doing that. So yeah, being able to talk about how you can then use your book to get PR, and how you can use PR to promote the book.
Absolutely. And although, because it has to be a drip fed video series, because everybody's finishing their books at different times, there's no one time of the year where everybody releases a book. So it will be a video based series, but it does mean that also people will be able to find out about you and the advantages of PR as well. So it's all going to be really good. Yeah.
So it's a program that people can join once they have their book published, and it takes them through how to market it and what comes next after the book comes out.
The ideal situation is if you start it 3 months before you plan to publish. You can, however, start at any time, because the instruction in there, I think I've frozen visibly. The instruction in, you can still hear me. It's always at the most flattering pose, isn't it? So I'm back in the room. So the things that we do that in there will help you at any time. So even if you've already got your book out there, it's already released, by all means do it. The most effective time to start marketing your book, though, is at least 3 months before.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily take that into account, and or marketing in general, because like you say, writing the book is such a big undertaking, and so obviously that's the main focus for a lot of people. And then I think the part that happens next often doesn't get thought about in such detail.
You're absolutely right. And I hear authors coming to me and saying, it's just as much work as writing the book. And it's like, well, if you want it to get seen, it is. It is work, and it is ongoing.
Yeah. I was talking about this with someone recently who's like a book writing coach, and we were saying that, you could get a deal with a traditional publisher and you would still have to do all of the promotion yourself. I have colleagues, like journalist colleagues, who have been published through, whether it's through independent publishers, traditional publishers, but as the author, you have to promote the book yourself. And again, I think it's something that people don't necessarily realize. But you've got this incredible book that you've poured your heart and soul into. And so you don't want to just kind of have it as a one-hit wonder and just have like the launch day and then that be it.
No, absolutely. And there are things that will do the work for you, such as PR. So it's just a case of approaching these things in the right way, rather than just sort of throwing it at the wall and hoping something sticks.
Yeah. So who do you most tend to work with in terms of the books that you do? Because you must have worked obviously with so many different people over the years. What types of people do you tend to help?
Well, we have only recently moved into, it's a big leap for me to do this under my own name. And I've only recently actually started working with, probably about 6 months, working with our own authors, aside from the partnership I was in before. So mostly previously it was female business owners. Now, because I do the bit that I particularly specialize in is the publishing part, not the writing part, I can do it with all kinds of authors. However, I have this wonderful team that I've amassed, and it's almost, as I said right at the beginning of talking, it's almost like it sort of happened by magic and all sort of fitted together and flowed beautifully. Because I was doing a team page for the website the other day, and I took these people on knowing them already and knowing what they were good at and things like that. What I didn't know was their full background and just how brilliant they were at what they do and how qualified. So now I've got these absolute complete gods and goddesses of what they do all coming in and working with me, which is like, wow, this has all come together beautifully, a little bit by accident, but beautifully. Which is great, because I'd already built up that reputation, so they wanted to work with me, so it worked. So it works for them and it works for me. So yes, while we were doing female business owners before, now it can be anybody. And I have to say that the 2 years that I did working with a friend rather than just working on my own gave me the confidence to then go and do this under my own name, take it further, because I wanted to be able to expand into ebooks, so audio books. I wanted to be able to expand into doing the 9-month launch plan and take it beyond KDP. So without those couple of years sort of out in the trenches, really, then I wouldn't be where we are now to be able to do.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you're a business owner and your business evolves, it's going through those different iterations of the business, and you learn so much along the way as well. And obviously having published so many books yourself. So did you say it was 37, 38?
38. However, they are all under pen names. So you won't find them. So they're all under, and they're all, I was going through divorce. So I needed, as I say, a very creative outlet, and they were a little grown. And I think this is why I didn't have the confidence to do this for other people, because of their nature. Amazon love to block books like that. And imagine if I was working with a client and they just spent all their time and all of that love we talked about crafting their book, and they bring it to me and it gets blocked.
Yeah.
For me, it was traumatic. For them, it would be absolutely devastating. How can you do that? So I didn't want to do that. And KDP do still do that. They do still block books for reasons that they don't always give. They're not always very open about why they're not willing to publish something. They can even stop the author and stop you having an Amazon account again. So they are all powerful, and that's why it's important. Another reason it's important not to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
But I was too worried that would happen. And then I slowly, over the last sort of 2.5 years, came to the realization that actually these people aren't putting the things that I was talking about in their books, so that's fine. So but yeah, I'd like to think these days that Amazon isn't the be all and end all anyway. So
no, it's good to know that, you know, there is obviously Amazon is just everywhere and it is so handy, but there's a world outside of Amazon as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the team that I was talking about just now, that means that we can specialize in all of these different areas. So we can do business books, we can do fiction, we can do non-fiction, we can do children's books, we can do all of these things, because I'm able to then put the work to the various project managers within the team who do have that expertise, which means I don't have to know everything. That's exhausting.
Yeah. What's been the biggest kind of lesson that you've learned from publishing all of those books yourself?
From those, one thing I did do with those was I learned that, I mean, that was such a long time ago, but I learned that you can just sit and generate something and put something out there. And now I am still receiving royalties from those books. I'm still getting them, and every month. And the way Amazon pay their royalties is you get paid for each territory. So I'm getting these like from Canada and Japan, and it's like somebody in Japan's reading my book. I mean,
I love that. Yeah.
What a world! It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. To be able to do that, and you know, with relative ease as well. You know, to be able to get it out worldwide.
100%. And now, would I, if I saw those books again, read those books again, I mean, I would cringe. The covers, everything, I would completely cringe. But it just shows how things have progressed. I mean, the covers, we have a proper graphic designer that does covers, and he does these most beautiful images, completely in consultation with the author. So it means that it can be exactly what they have had in their mind all the time they've been doing the writing and more. So to be able to deliver something exceptional and see people see that it's exactly what they want is just phenomenal.
You've been on that journey as well of like just learning so much of it yourself and being able to provide that service for people now. So if people want to know more about the 9-month program or about any of the publishing services that you have, what's the best way for people to connect with you?
Come straight to the website, jowildsmith.com. Yeah.
I
didn't put Jo Wildsmith Publishing because it's too much for people to type.
That makes sense.
It's a long name. So so come find me there. Otherwise, obviously, all social media and everything. The only other Jo Wildsmith is a professional footballer. So, and he's
don't speak to them.
In the end. So,
Not very good at publishing.
We're quite different.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. And it's really exciting about the 9-month program as well. I love the fact that you're really like diving into all of the marketing around that, and to be able to have that kind of long-term plan. I think this is what business owners want now. They want the evergreen pieces and the longevity. And I think that's so, so valuable. Thank you so much for sharing all of your insight and wisdom with us today. And if anyone does want to connect with Jo, like I say, find out more about the 9-month program, then drop her a line, head over to her website. And yeah, thank you so much.
And I'm here on LinkedIn too, of course. Yeah, so you'll find me.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Dina, and thank you too for coming along and doing one of the masterclasses for us. It is brilliant to be able to showcase people and also really help our authors and give them advice on how to get their book out there. It's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be collaborating. So it's all exciting. Lovely. Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Thanks. Bye-bye.